Detroit coming off their bye after destroying the Buccaneers in Week 7. Now they'll look to do the same against the Vikings, who expect to get J.J. McCarthy back from injury. Moving on to the first place team from the North, the Packers will look to maintain their lead by taking down the Panthers on Sunday. Carolina hasn't won in Green Bay since 2008. To the topic at hand, RC. Which of those two teams is more likely to prove they're the king of the North this weekend?
Well, I don't think you get to prove you're the king of the North this weekend when you look at these matchups. But the Green Bay Packers are the king of the North. The Green Bay Packers, I said this early on in the season, and the loss to the Browns hasn't deterred me. The tie to the Dallas Cowboys haven't deterred me. When you watch the way this team play and the ascension of Jordan Love, the impact of Micah Parsons and Jeff Hafley defensively, this is the creme de la creme of the NFC North.
Go ahead, Cam.
Creme de la creme. You're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I think we all deserve, or we all need to apologize to the Detroit Lions. Because the first week, did we not jump to conclusion?
Oh, shovel dirt on
Ben Johnson was the greatest thing. That offense is not going to do. Jared Goff hasn't threw a touchdown with anybody. Like, then insert, what's my man's name? John Morton, number 2 offense, number 3 scoring. Like, bro, you're just top five. And now they haven't missed a beat. Dan Gamble, man, my guy has been putting on a masterclass of how to take a franchise and rejuvenate something that we all knew was there with talent, where we thought Jared Goff was going to go to Detroit to die. But now Jared Goff is now revitalized. Now you put Amon-Ra St. Now you put J-Bo. Now you put Jahmyr Gibbs. Now you put Montgomery, those assets, and then you have a plethora of tight ends, man. I mean, what else do you want them to do? You got Green Bay there. Like, they got a lot of hype, obviously with Micah, thanks to Jerry, Jacoby. But at the same time, when you start to think about, okay, where the rubber meets the road is, the Detroit Lions have not missed, skipped, sputtered, stuttered, nothing since last season.
Except for when they played the Packers and the Chiefs this year, but it's okay.
That's true. Those are 2 incidences.
The first game of the season.
I said that. He said 2. He didn't say 1 game. He said 2. He said 2. We just saw a couple of weeks ago they get spanked by the Kansas City Chiefs on the road. Well, you saw that game? Did you miss it? You didn't miss it.
The numbers don't lie.
You didn't miss it. You didn't miss it.
Offense.
So let's look at this, okay? I'm not sold on Green Bay being that team. In part because I actually do believe in the Lions. I believe in them because of Dan Campbell. I believe in them because of their familiarity with one another, the same personnel they had last year, for the most part. I mean, whether it's Amon-Ra St. Brown with Jameson Williams, with Laporta, with Gibbs and Montgomery in the backfield, with your offensive line. I mean, their boys are intact. Defensively, give love to Kelvin Shepard.
Yes, sir.
Who's filled in for Aaron Glenn. Filled in for Aaron Glenn. The brother's doing a hell of a job.
Yes, he is.
They do have one deficiency, however. One deficiency. And then I'm talking not defensively, offensively. When you talk about their offense, John, the reason why we got on John Morris is because of the way they got spanked. And you're saying, listen, Ben Johnson, they raving all about him. You have the same personnel. You can't have trouble offensively. To his credit, they're the 3rd-ranked offense in the National Football League, scoring over 30 a game. But they're 3rd. They're like the 3rd worst when it comes to 3rd down conversions. Got to pay attention. You got to convert on 3rd.
Well, the thing is, though, because it's pressure on Jared Goff. And this is a difficult question to answer because I believe both of these teams will play a part in who goes to the Super Bowl, right? These are NFC championship contenders. I love when I watch the Detroit Lions. I love what Kelvin Shepard did on Monday night, the disguises, the pressure, the doubles that we saw on Emeka Egbuka, the confusion that we saw on Baker Mayfield, the pressure that they were able to apply, the turnovers. I think all of those things are great. When I look at the Green Bay Packers defensively, I have more faith in what they're doing. I have more faith in their players, but I still think we're talking about a team that can really run the ball, that no longer has to rely on that because they have a quarterback with weapons who is getting better.
3rd down offense for Detroit ranks 22nd in the NFL. Yeah. I think the difference between Green Bay and Detroit comes down to who gets home field advantage.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think that if you're in Green Bay, that's a different animal. If you in Detroit,
100%.
That's a different problem for Green Bay.
We saw Detroit with home field last year get rolled by Washington in a game where, all right, the defense was hurt, But
13 different guys.
Goff was abysmal in that game offensively. On the other side with Green Bay, at some point, Love has to find the next gear. Until he finds the next gear, Green Bay's going to be that really good team that we're sitting around talking about. Like, hey, Green Bay's ready.
If Love found that next gear, we wouldn't be
gear.
worried about Green Bay winning on the road.
20 completions in a row, 360 yards, 3 tubs in Pittsburgh. Don't you say nothing nasty.
That Pittsburgh
Don't you say
defense.
nothing nasty.
All right, let it sit. Let it sit. Coming up, with Lamar Jackson back in action, are the Ravens just as
walking, maybe sometimes at a brisk pace?
I think falling, and literally falling victim.
Lamar Jackson can certainly run, and he proved that yesterday. Mike T, your next scary truth is about the Buffalo Bills. What is it?
Yeah. Gary, if the Bills don't trade for Max Crosby or Trey Hendrickson, their Super Bowl chances are over. This is a defense that's had a ton of injuries, we know, from Matt Milano, Terrell Bernard, Ed Oliver, but they have given up 49 explosive plays. The best way to help a secondary that's had trouble tackling is their pass rush. Go get Max Crosby, go get Trey Hendrickson. They will solve the problems that you're having between tackling and other injuries. If not, they're not going to the Super Bowl.
I can't stop looking at the flashlight. I really can't. Your last scary truth, Mike T, is about the Colts. I'm scared to even ask what that is.
Despite bringing Daniel Jones back to life, quarterback scientist Shane Steichen and the Colts won't make it to the AFC title game. Look, they've had an unbelievable year, and Daniel Jones may be comeback player of the year, maybe in the MVP conversation, but they are not at the level of the Kansas City Chiefs or the aforementioned Buffalo Bills. Their defense still struggling on third down, and this is a team that took a huge step in the right direction. But the scary truth is they won't make it to the AFC title game this year.
That is spooky for the good folks in the heartland.
That guy in the playoffs, because there is a resume of not seeing it.
And my point is, how confident are we in everybody else we looking at? Because even with Kansas City coming, okay, with Patrick Mahomes, we'll shove them aside. We don't know about Indy. I believe in Indy, but we don't know. I believe in Josh Allen, but we don't know about Buffalo. I believe in New England and Drake May, and it's impressive, but they coming, but are they there? The Broncos, we like Bo Nix. We love Sean Payton. We know that defense is elite, but you got to deal with KC. Okay, the Chargers are right, but you got to deal with Denver and KC. I'm just saying, for the last 3 years, we looked at Kansas City, Buffalo, Baltimore. Everybody knew. We don't know now. And Baltimore is right in that mix because we don't know. That puts them as a threat.
That's the winning side of the equation. Let's go to the other side of the equation, because while things might be looking up for the Ravens, the same cannot really be said for the Miami Dolphins, who are heading in the wrong direction, forcing Tua to answer questions about possible changes with both the players and the head coach. Take a listen to this.
I would say that's above my pay grade.